Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. JC here with another video on Action Taimanin. Today we're gonna check the developer notes 2026 number 2. But before we start, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoy the content. So we're gonna check the developer notes very quickly, but after each bullet point I'm going to make some comments in regards to what they mention. And before we start, let's do a quick analysis of what has happened. So last year, when they mentioned the developer note, when they shared the developer notes, they kind of under-delivered because they mentioned that they were adding club functions and they didn't arrive. They have been working on that. So probably because of that, they don't want to make one big developer note. Instead, they're going to make two. That makes more sense. And that way they can focus on short-term goals that they can actually fulfill and that match the foreseeable future. So that makes sense for me. Now, it says, greeting Action Taimanin commanders. We have already passed the first half of 2026 and welcomed the second half of the year. In this developer note, we would like to take a look back at the updates from the first half of 2026 and guide you through our upcoming update direction. So first we have the review, and it says Q2 2026 update review. We introduce challenge to daily quests and total war systems that have been maintained for a long time without significant shifts. For daily quests, we implemented a new monster lineup and a new difficulty tier that scales with user growth and levels. Additionally, through the hidden boss that randomly appears during repeat plays, we offered a fresh combat experience along with bonus rewards. So, for this first point, when they say that this scales with our growth, well, it means that we were already beyond the point where dailies were just too easy, and now they aren't a challenge if you are like at end game, but they are pretty strong. So it matches the kind of strength that you can achieve. So it makes sense that they do that. Then in Total War, we added the new boss Azeroth, while defeating the existing Edwin Black demanded raw high firepower. Azeroth was designed to test responsiveness against high mobility, encouraging players to utilize diverse strategies centered around range attacks. That's fine and all, but too much mobility makes the challenge a little bit too RNG. And I mean a bit much too RNG. So honestly, they just need to nerf the teleport of all things. That's like the big issue with Azeroth, but other than that, it makes sense what they said. Then, in a special mode, an archery minigame starring Sora was added. The archery game requires players to take wind effects into account and hit targets while dodging obstacles. Unlike previous minigames, the focus on fast decision making and instant maneuver, we wanted to deliver an immersive experience where players carefully judge the aim and timing. Okay, so yeah, that's actually pretty good. Some people didn't understand how that worked, but I have been practicing and now I can make a guy on that minigame. Though, if your objective is to farm quickly your gems, and that's not the kind of minigame that you want to play. It is more to have fun, to focus on the task and just play a very interesting minigame. Now, here it says, furthermore, new playable characters, Clone Yukikaze and Mikami Chizu, were updated. What about What about Mari? What about Mari? We designed the additions. We designed these additions so players could experience distinctively different playstyles. Clone Yukikaze, who unleashes flashy and exhilarating combat with high speed action, and Mikami Chizu, who possesses a charming appearance backed by various supportive capabilities. I know that everyone focuses on her appearance, but this is what really matters for that character. Now, we will continue to work hard to present appealing characters and diverse combat styles that suit them. We hope that these updates have translated into fresh gameplay experience, and we will continue to review and improve upon the feedback provided by our players. Hopefully they listen to what we have been saying. If you haven't checked the video on the recommendations that I uploaded not too long ago, I recommend you check that one. But anyways, what do we have for the upcoming future? It says upcoming second half update. Collaboration playable character Maya Cordelia joins the battle. This coming August, Maya Cordelia from Lilith's Prison Battleship 2 will join the fight as a collaboration playable character. Nice! Another collab character! I guess Kara doesn't count as collab, I guess. Although Maya Cordelia will arrive as a limited character obtainable only during a specified period, we want to ensure that as many commanders as possible can enjoy this collaboration opportunity. Therefore, we will provide a method to recruit her not only with paid packages, but also with gems. Detailed information regarding the new package details and specific sales schedules will be provided in a future notice. Honestly, that's good. Let's continue checking this and we'll comment on that when we finish this bullet point. So, Maya Cordelia is a character who maneuvers focus energy in battle, featuring a combat style focused on short and rapid attacks. Building up a foundation of close range combat utilizing skills, which are cooldowns, she can utilize a variety of combat tactics, such as infusing her soul with ki to extend the blade for wide range strikes, or launching ki blades to suppress distant enemies. We hope you look forward to playable Maya Cordelia, whose action-packed moves capture all the charm of the original work and enjoying a brand new combat experience. Okay, that's good and all. So, at first I thought she was gonna be like Sue when they said short and rapid attacks, but no. She's not gonna focus on basic, at least that's what it seems. She's gonna focus on spamming skills, which is interesting. Let's just hope that it's not like all of a good chunk of her skill follow-up attacks. That would be kind of lazy. So yeah. Well, this is pretty good. Here they mentioned that she's gonna be permanent. She's gonna be, well, not permanent. She's gonna be available for gems. We don't know if she's gonna be like a limited time thing. We don't have anything like that yet in the game. Like every character that is added to the game, it's available all the time. If they wanna do it like limited time, I would be okay with that, as long as for a limited time it's available for purchase for gems, so that players can do it, and they do repeats on that department. It will be fine as long as they also do repeats of that kind of thing. But in my opinion, it's gonna be permanent. So yeah, let's wait and see. Then, new rarity tier added for weapon and supporters. Oh, it's also for supporters. Nice. To expand the growth threshold for our commanders, a new highest rarity tier, LR, will also be introduced in August. Since its launch in 2019, Action Taimanin has operated its weapon and supporter grading system under the R, SR, and UR framework. As we have maintained the same growth structure for a long period, we're adding the LR tier, a grade above UR, to provide commanders with new progression goals and powerful sense of accomplishment. The introduction of the LR tier is being designed so that commanders can effectively utilize this existing UR gear and resources to expand into the LR tier. Please look forward to strengthening your characters to the next level and devising new strategies for the upcoming high difficulty content. Okay, number one, Tower is kind of becoming hard-ish, so it makes sense that they increase the strength level, but at the same time, I would say that's the only thing at that level of difficulty. If they want to expand our strength, they should also give us really, really challenging content. And let's hope that's the case. Now, in regards to the URs, usually they would have two options. Like most gachas would just add a new type of banner with the LR, and it would be like extremely difficult to get. If we have 3% chance to get a UR, there we have a 1% chance. But honestly, for what we can read here, I doubt that's the case. Fortunately, I think it's gonna be more like what we experience with UR Magatamas. If you remember, we have the S Magatamas that we could evolve by acquiring certain items, the hammers, that are only available through the VR shop or VR drops. So it makes sense that we are gonna get a new kind of material to change the rarity of our weapons and supporters and make them stronger. I would like to see the SRs also being able to become URs and LRs. Why? Because if you do this change and you don't take into consideration the SRs, that would break the F2P balance, because there are some really good weapons that are SRs, and it would be a shame to see them unusable. So, well, what else do we have? Club Joint Training added. A new feature where you can take on challenges together with your fellow club members. Club Joint Training will be added. Club Joint Training is a game mode where all club members challenge a common enemy, aka a raid, and the individual player results are aggregated to determine the overall achievement of the entire club. Okay, a raid. I wonder if this is gonna work like Total War, or if it's gonna have its own HP bar and like one or two people are able to just solo this and help the whole club. Let's see. Commanders will be able to hire characters trained by other club members as mercenaries for battles, allowing you to strategically formulate your team composition using your club mates' rosters. That's interesting, especially what they're gonna do in order to set builds. Like, how many characters are we gonna able to lend, and how do we determine the builds? That's gonna be interesting. Each season will run on a round by round basis, and the overall club ranking will be determined by combining the result of each round. In addition, the reward based on club ranking, individual rewards reflecting participation and contribution will also be distributed. In addition to these features, Action Taimanin will sequentially provide various improvements and content addition based on the valuable feedback from our commanders. So probably here is where we're gonna get that those LR materials, so that we are able to enhance our weapons and supporters, and expect that for the foreseeable future it's gonna take a long time for us to evolve the LR weapons and supporters. And in my opinion, focus on the weapons because that's, I mean, if you're an end game player, focus on the weapons. But if you are in the mid game or the early game, focus on the supporters because you need more HP. But people who already have a lot of strength in their account prefer the damage. So yeah, it depends on context. So yeah, it's good. I like what they're doing here. And it says, to express our gratitude to all commanders who have always supported and played Action Taimanin, we have prepared a small gift. We ask for your continued interest and anticipation for Action Taimanin in the future. So here we have a code. Be sure to use the code. It provides, I think, 100 gems or something like that. And yeah, this is looking good because we were waiting for this. I just hope that we don't make a kind of competition where we need every single member of the club to be a high-end player to get a good score and just demolish everything, because that's going to incentivize clubs to just be too exclusive and don't help out the newer players. So let's hope that they balance that properly. Let's hope that they never put LRs on banners with a diminished rate up. Let's hope that's not a thing and it's just a way to strengthen the current supporters and weapons that we have. And let's wait and see what happens with that limited character. That's interesting. Collab character. Anyways, that's about it for today. I hope you find this useful, and let me know in the comments what you think about these developer notes, if you're excited, if you are angry about it, if you expect something in particular, and well, I'll be seeing you next time. Bye!